Hi guys. I've been away for a couple of weeks, like almost a month, so my little rooftop garden hasn't been maintained. And luckily, it's been raining here a couple of times, so my things are growing. Well, growing, and then some things in disarray. But I wanted to just show you my beautiful kale. This I planted last year, and I didn't really maintain it, but now look at it, it's huge. This is actually a Jacinto kale. It's called dinosaur kale. And then if you look right here, that are flower buds. So what does that mean? That's called bolting. And it's going to flower and then seed. So when it does that, what happens is it's going to make seeds and the leaves are going to get stringy and not tasty. So I wanted to harvest it and eat it today. And then one other thing you can do to kind of slow down the bolting process is to break off the flower bud. So I'm just going to show you how you do it. Just grab it and then you twist, boink, just like that. That breaks off, and this is all edible. So I'm going to chop it up and cook it. So we'll go downstairs later to see. And then what'll happen is it might come out here and make a new flower bud, but we'll just postpone it. So I'm just gonna harvest some kale here, and then you can see there's little bugs here. These little white things, those are aphids, but it's okay. We can just wash them off. It'll be fine.
Show that aphid.
Here, see these little gray, those are aphids. But it's still very healthy, and there's nothing wrong with it. We just have to wash this off. They're just little bugs. So shows that it's not there's no pesticides or anything, but this kale is crispy and delicious, and it's gonna be good. So I'm gonna keep harvesting. I'll be quick. And like a bunch of kale like this, you'll buy at the supermarket or the farmer's market for bunch could be $3 to $5. And then here we have lots of it. Look, there's still more on the bush, but I think that should be enough for us to eat. Anyway, just break it off and twist it off. And then since it's so crispy, you can use it for salads, you can use it for cooking. I think I'm gonna saute it tonight though for our dinner. Okay, anyways, got some kale. And let me just show you really quickly. This is a small version, but that's there. But you can see how this is the same kale, but this one, because it's in this pot with my cherry moya, it doesn't get as much nutrition, so it's slower in growth. But these like little tiny leaves are also like you can harvest in the same way. So these nice little leaves are tender for like if you're making yourself a little small salad for yourself. That's perfect. Okay, great. Thank you. My big bunch of kale. Gonna get ready to go to the kitchen. Okay, hi guys. Here's my big bunch of kale. Look at how beautiful this is. Just got it from upstairs in the garden, and just gonna do a quick rinse. Gonna hose it down in the sink. It's not that dirty, except for some little bugs, little aphid bugs. See those little dots? That's just the aphids. Just gonna rinse it out. Actually, I'm gonna use this pot here. This way, save some water. Just rinse it out. Oh, and then this was the bud here. Let me see that. That was the bud that was flowering that I was trying to show you. But see, these would have been little flowers. Also, kale is part of the same family that broccoli comes from. So in a way, it looks like a little broccoli flower. So if I let it grow, it'll start flowering and then making seeds. But I don't want it to do that, so I'm going to just cook it. Okay, so let me just quickly rinse this kale. And you can kind of see some of these little dots around the sink. Those are the little aphid bugs. Nothing wrong with them really. You can actually eat them. High in protein. But actually, we'll rinse them out so we don't have to eat them. Because I don't really know what it tastes like. I usually just cook it off. Rinse it off and then cook it. Okay. So this is nice and clean. shake it off. There you go. And then you can kind of just check. Sometimes there's like a little bit of dirt, but I don't see any in between the spines. Okay, shake it off. And then we'll put it on the chopping block here. There we go. Quick. And I'm going to get my knife here. And then just give it a nice rough chop. And I think we could saute it. This is also great for salads, if anybody wants to use it for salads. But I think I'm going to just saute it tonight and then have it as a side dish, a nice veggie side dish for dinner. Okay, actually I'm not chopping it right. You should actually hold it like this. I was just kind of grabbing it to keep all the kale together. You should hold it like this and tuck your thumb in so you don't accidentally cut your thumb. There we go. Just give it a rough chop. This is a lot of kale. Oof. Give good rough chop. Oops, some kale flying everywhere. Okay, rough chop. There we go. And actually, you can try it if you want. If that's also a way to tell if it's tender or not. Very tender. Actually, very sweet. So good for salads. But if you taste it and it tastes bitter, that's because either it's too old, look at that beautiful juice, or it's been sitting out too long. So if you get kale from the supermarket or somewhere that's been sitting out, then it'll lose its sweetness because the juices that are from growing, it gets old and then it's like dying, basically. That's why it's bitter. But it's very sweet and tender and crunchy. So great for salads or great for a quick saute. So just turn on the fire here. And then all we can do is saute with a little olive oil and garlic. And this garlic, ugh, can't get it off. Let me get some, let me see. Okay. Ugh, this garlic is really hard to get out. Okay. I'm struggling with this garlic right now. Okay, got it. Phew. Okay, I think that's good. 3 cloves. Got my handy little garlic smasher here. I don't need that part. And let's turn it low a little bit. We don't be too hot. And then I like to throw my garlic right into the pan because really get the flavor out. Just smash it. Boink! Ah! Garlic flying everywhere. Just you want to flavor your oil first. So, boink. This trick I learned from my mom, but she actually doesn't use this cute little garlic smasher thing. She uses the side of her knife, but I'm not as handy with a knife, so okay, there you go. Oops, garlic peels. We don't want that. Well, technically you can eat that too, but it's kind of fibrous, so I'm not gonna eat that. Okay, and then I need my wooden spatula for stir frying. There we go. And there's the garlic warming up. You can already smell it coming out. And let me get some olive oil here. Extra virgin olive oil. Am I opening a new one? Okay. Oops. There you go. Kind of be generous with the olive oil. Good for you. And then just kind of warm up the garlic a little bit. So you really like get the garlic flavor into the oil, kind of season the oil a bit. And it's almost like you're toasting the garlic. Okay. And then you can hear that sizzle. And normally I turn the vent on because otherwise your whole house will smell like garlic and deliciousness. But we'll just keep it off for now. Okay, there we go. And now just throw the kale in there. Boink. And start sauteing it. Pretty easy. Throw it all in there. It'll shrink down too. So, okay. All right, I'm just gonna throw that in there. Okay, let me put the lid on it so it really will shrink down. And then give it like a couple of minutes. Hi. Okay, guys. It's wilted down. You can kind of see. And then I'm gonna just put a little bit, you can hear sizzling, of this chicken broth in there. It's only been cooking for about 2 minutes. And then I like to use this organic low sodium chicken broth, but you can also use veggie broth if you're a vegetarian. You can also throw some bacon in there, but just, and then just saute it like that. Look how bright green and yummy it looks. Yummy. Okay. And then I usually like to taste it, and I don't like to use too much salt, but you can also salt to taste. But let's see, toss it a little bit, turn it around. And then you can see the garlic that was under there. It's all nicely browned up. And it's also softened. So you can kind of just smash it in there. But easy. And you have delicious kale, a nice side dish. And then, okay, don't do this, but I'm only doing it because my fingers are very strong, very tough, so it doesn't hurt. It's really hot, actually. Try it out. Yummy. Okay. I could use a little bit of salt because this is a low sodium chicken broth. So I'm just going to do a tiny bit of salt. The nice thing about low sodium chicken broth is kind of salted taste. Just do a little bit of sea salt in there. And then just toss it. And then easy peasy. And then this is, I'll just put it on a little dish here. Here's an easy serving. A nice serving of vegetables as a side dish to go with dinner. And then the great thing about this is you can keep it. If you have leftovers, keep it tomorrow. You can toss it in with some eggs or just eat it as another side dish. It's great cold, hot, or cold. But yeah, and then you get a nice big serving of veggies. Let's see. Want to try some, Andrew? Yeah, good. Nice amount of salt. Tasty, crispy, and delicious. Okay, thanks guys. Enjoy.